basically. Map.
Where's it going to be? Is it going to be a good map for either team? Always the big concern.
Are we going to have reruns? Consulate, Motor out. Of course, Consulate was played by G2 last
Oh, appropriate. Clubhouse. As in the last matchup, we were talking about the two matches that both the teams had were against G2 and Rogue. And neither of those really went in the favor of either of these two teams. G2 having lost theirs and Rogue tying theirs. So both teams showing they're good at Clubhouse, but not great at Clubhouse at the moment. At least in theory, right?
So, yeah, Okay, so G2 play Empire next time. And this is a big reason of
and that is something we don't highlight often enough is, you play it now against a team you think you're more likely to play it or be able to beat on it, so you don't have to play the better team on it next week because it's auto-banned, gives you free ban to be able to use differently.
And Shas, if I'm right, please text me because I always want to be right with everything I say, regardless of what it is. And again, I would not be surprised. No one would be. It makes a lot of sense to make sure.
They do. I know they do that.
They do their due diligence.
Yeah.
That's it. Who do you guys think will take this game?
All right, G2. The favorites here, despite being the ones who actually lost it as opposed to the ones who tied it. But I think a lot of people are a lot more confident in G2 lately. They've been looking a lot better. Still here? Whew. Kept your insides in this.
Oh, baby. I feel rejuvenated right now.
All right.
But yeah, here we are. Out with the old, in with the new, I guess.
Yeah. See if everyone here on G2 can show up, or if it's going to be an Aces kind of day. What will we get for op bans, though? I like G2's attack bans because they often are a bit more off meta. So we'll see theirs first. And what will we get? Sophia. Oh, I really hope that's to play Goyo. I've been waiting so long for that once Goyo was introduced. Like, before Goyo was introduced, I'm like, just wait till there's a Sophia ban, and then they play Goyo. What are you going to do about all those shields? Especially with the Jaeger in play as well. Maverick, there we go.
Ban the Jaeger. Oh, my God.
If they ban the Jaeger, too, like, defense will be crazy. Because G2's starting on defense.
Billion IQ.
And it's already a defensive-sided map, especially when Maverick's banned. What will it be? Mira? Right now, G2's turn. Here's where it could get spicy, or
you can go for Echo. You can go for Maestro.
Sometimes they'll even ban Mozzie. They've banned that sort of thing so they can drone a little bit better. Okay, so
I mean,
you're not going to take advantage of that. Then.
You can do that. That makes sense. You don't want to ban the Jaeger, which is understandable.
But that tells me they're not they're banning Zofia for a different reason, and that Maestro play then is going to be a thing, I imagine. Because it's difficult to deal with Maestro with anyone except for Ash and Sophia. You can cook grenades to it, but that involves standing in position, possibly in an open doorway for a good period of time, or cooking it and then hoping you strafe just right to time everything perfectly. It's a little easier with Ash and Sophia. So, will we see more Ash play? Possibly, if they 6-pick over to it. We are going to see a 6-pick from the defense, though. Fabian still trying to decide who to. No, we would see Rise actually go to the cap tower. All right. Take advantage of a little extra firebolt action, at least not having to worry as much about Jaeger then. And we'll see the 6th pick as well. From Fabian over to the Mozzie.
Still can't get over how cute that cat is.
Oh boy, you're going to be on about that all day.
I like cats.
You sure do. I mean, I like cats too, but...
What was it? When I was like 9 years old, we had a cat at home. And then we... It was before. I was like 7, okay? Remember we picked her up.
This was like 2 weeks ago.
Hey. Okay, Boomer. Also, we picked her up, and my mom was telling me, like, hey, what do you want to call the cat? Well, at first I didn't know that it was a lady cat. So, because I didn't...
So veterinarian you are not?
5 seconds to insert.
No, I still am not.
Okay.
An optometrist, different.
Yeah.
Called the cat Zoro. Of course.
Like the dog from EG. Zoro, right?
I think
so. EG's dog was Zoro.
But when we figured out that, my mom's like, actually, son, you idiot, it's a lady cat.
I hope it was put that way as well.
What do you want to call it now? And I'm like, This is 7-year-old me, by the way. We'll call it Zorita. Sounds fun. And we called her Zorita. She's so cute because she had like, it's like she had a bit of black on her fur around her eyes and it looked like Zoro. Oh, it's so cute. I love cats. I want to have cats. That aside, though. Here we are.
Extremely relevant.
I mean, catching. Oh, whatever. Can't have fun in this place. There you go. You destroy the he was not shooting his own drone, by the way. There's a Mozzie hacked drone.
Yeah, you don't want those running around. But that is still going to give information to Mozzie. So Fabian knowing a little bit more.
I don't know if you saw that, but upstairs in logistics, somebody had opened up a sneaky hole. There's nobody there right now.
But it's going to make you have to drone it.
They did indeed drone it here, Rogue. So it's taking them time to verify all of it. We're almost down to the halfway point here in the round, so...
Which is actually pretty good considering...
there you go.
If Cryan got away, that would have been good.
For crying out loud.
You hear Gumine go off at least, so he left something behind.
Drone deployed.
Little pebbles.
Yeah.
Reminder, this is a defense downstairs in church. Ooh.
Wow, that's a really good pick for
That wasn't even a nitro cell. He just shot through it. The Buck of Rips was just so busy opening up the floorboards. It's a big pick here. It's definitely the frag that you're looking for. You lost their Legion, take down the Buck.
That's a good trade for defense, especially with Legion still doing some work here. Now down to a minute. It's not the worst position to be in for a minute, as long as you've got everything else set up. But Buck unable to continue to open the floor, possibly hatches still needing to be opened. It's not a great start for here for Rogue, despite that early kill on the Cryan. And if Cryan was the weaker link of the team, then they didn't kill their most important players, so... He threw his gun down? So generous. That's so nice of you, Hicks. Maybe that's why his rating was so low.
Here you go.
What a peacemaker.
Oh my god. Well, here we are. There's aces to find one on Fabian. Again, rocking the AR-33, but with an ACOG and no angle grip. But Uno runs the corner and actually finds a long angle from the front of Armory. Into the attacker's angle with another one by the dining table and another for Kanto and Uno. This is just G2 shutting down Rogue with all the utility, all the time in the world. It does not matter. It was all placed incorrectly. And G2, thank you very much. They sent me a bless you after I sneezed.
But still didn't confirm whether or not they did Clubhouse for that reason?
For the sneeze? I don't know.
No, not for the sneeze reason. Yeah, because you sneezed, they banned Clubhouse. Oh, okay. Or played Clubhouse. Well,
maybe I can sneeze every time Empire is playing. Achoo! And then you just don't have Empire playing on Clubhouse. Hey.
Okay.
Woohoo.
If that's a strat, I guess. We're going to go to Cash next. Church won pretty decisively, especially after that kill on the Buck. That's really where things kind of turned. They lost a bit of strength there. And then just Penguin's swing as well was very nice. Able to get that kill. He's going to be on the mute this time. They are going to have both battery buddies with Fabian and Uno on Kaid and Bandit. I like to see you gotta run the Bandit Elite though when you're playing with Kaid as well, so you have two beard guys on electricity. Makes their beard hair stand up. Static electricity.
If only that was a way to balance things.
Yeah. We will see Rise on this Capitao. See if he can do some work. Capitao being very strong on this bomb site. The reason being, if someone is trying to bandit trick the wall that you see Pengu putting the mute jammer on, you can shoot a firebolt over there, and then Bandit cannot hang out there anymore. That can be a bit more effective than a Zofia stun, because it doesn't have to be timed as well. Because you don't have to hit it like right when he's doing the animation. You can just hit it and go, well, it's going to be there for a while. He's not going to walk in that. So, definitely something we could see happening. And you can do it through just a bullet hole. You don't have to open up completely the server window. You can.
Ooh, saved!
So close, Corey. Well done.
Saved! Man, that's a Bob Ross save right there. Happy little exothermic charge.
Where's this Capitao to make this happen here?
Yeah, he's going to spot him. Again, yeah, as you said, where is the Capitao?
He should be hitting this. Like I said, you can hit it through a single pixel. You can probably even hit it from that angle in garage up to the window, possibly.
Actually, yeah, you can. That is a long angle.
I mean, I haven't tested it, but it looks like it would theoretically be possible.
Throw in one last TMP to confirm. Nah, it's fine. You got the wall open. You still have one exothermic charge. You can bring the...
One firebolt was used, so possibly possibly got used there.
That's very true. It might have been set at the right moment to.
You do want to save the other one for the rafters and garage if you can.
Exactly, and I think this is where it's possible that they might have used the first crossbow bolt instead of using it on the wall, because we don't really know. We can't see that, unfortunately.
No.
Leider.
Hicks has control of logistics, and I imagine has an extension bedroom as well for the most part. But he's got to shuttle his drone up to cover main stairs. And luckily, he pocketed a second one. That's why you got to save those initial drones so you can have one watch your flank and one actively push for you. That combination always very nice to have. Obviously, if you have a teammate, you can do some more of that as well. But that's why you see a lot of teams as well even will go ahead and just drive their drone back to their spawn sometimes at the beginning of the round just to pick it up later. Drone economy, very important. Ace is having it place his Claymore is just going to be holding angles here. Talking about how strong of a fragger he could be. And then he's playing that AR-33 Thatcher. We saw some good work from that earlier as well.
Now, personally, I'm a bigger fan of like having the angle grip on it, but just Aces always somehow puts himself in good positions for 1v1 fights. So
I mean, the AR-33 I think already has better ADS time than the L85, I think.
I'm not sure. We'll have to look into that. Rogue 9, I know you're watching. Ooh. Oh, it doesn't matter there. It was ADSing.
He's been on this SMG.
That's a shot. Hicks with another one onto Kantaroketti, though, to try and equalize things. The Nitro Cell runs right in front of Rise. He keeps turning around the corner and firing into the bomb chassis at A. Unable to hit Pengu there. More shots. As Pengu's actually been able to put himself in a better position. Close up to the wall. Rips will get another one, but Rise looking the wrong way. One Pengu and two Pengu. He's ready for him. There's one more turning the corner. There's Shotgun, though, trailed right into them. Fabian and Pengu will collect them all. Rogue, unfortunately, pile up right at the doorway. That's a little C4 knocking at your door, and a little Shotgun knocking at your door.
I like Capitao's play of smoking off the rotate from top of cache stairs, but just his lack of information on the prone player immediately to his right, I believe it was Pengu. Not great. That really kind of cost them, because had they been able to push in and get the kill, for example, on Pengu, that would have really opened things up, because obviously Pengu was doing quite well, got 2 from that position. So, lack of intel working against them a little bit. They're going to go with a alibi this time, possibly, from Pengu on Gym Bedroom. And this is not terribly uncommon to play, especially for Gym Bedroom.
No, I mean,
there's a lot of windows that are going to be involved, and I imagine Hologram's going to be at least 1 or 2 of them. That's really the biggest reason of why you bring the alibi in this situation. I'm all for bringing a Legion as well. But it's like, you know, which SMG do you want? The goo mines are great, but you have to keep in mind how difficult Alibi's Prismas make it to fight windows. It's not just that, oh, you pre-fire a window and all of a sudden you're getting marked. It's that you shoot through a window, you're also getting marked. If you are trying to fight someone through the window, you're only going to see them a portion of the time, because the hologram is actually going to block a huge chunk of your view. And then, of course, if they're on the other side of it, you still have to shoot through it. So it's pretty effective, honestly. Like, I mean, Alibi's biggest strength, in my opinion, is windows or lines of sight that are likely to be shot through and or blocked by the hologram. See one there in the very typical spot, which is on the construction connector window.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Where's Pengu going to set up the others? He's got to reinforce the bathroom. That doesn't need to be done. I always like to see the Kaid and Bandit combo for this site, because you want to hold both cache and bathroom walls. But they are, again, going to go castle-less. I say again because we saw that earlier, and it worked out fairly well.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll start to see a lack of reliance on castle if more teams are successful on playing without it.
I'm really concerned right now with how teams are going to start taking into cache. Because every time we've won, there we go. Corey, make sure that that default cam is down. Did that before. But yeah, there's the EMP being thrown in just in case. The wall is left soft. So you can walk in through there, but when you see the double reinforcements like this, it means usually that there's somebody in garage waiting for you. And if not, well, you see the Valkyrie camera there. And it's going to be more than enough to give information for Cryin right now. Is he actually going to peek around this? I would not support that, to be honest.
Rip's really being cautious here, as he should be. Does not want to walk it. And there is a player just ready to peek him. So he gets opportunity and Cryin tries. It's enough to delay him, though. And this is burning down towards the halfway point of the round. And yet, to have an engagement. No one has killed each other yet, and they're still just trying to push in to server, rather. Kanto, though, sneaking up. Will he get the kill? No! The
Oh.
crouch from Rips at a perfect
Attackers
time.
recovered the diffuser.
Kanto now down. It's on Crying to hold this. But they are still burning time. So if Crying gets a kill, it works out. Uno, at least, though, going to find one and then rotate. Crying. No, the poor.
Oh, he gets it! Cryan gets one. He knows there's another one around the corner. Can he find the kill on the IQ? No, it's Rise victorious in the gunfight, but at least it is a 2-2 trade-off.
Yeah, 3-3 here, and them just now getting server, not even having cash control yet, is not bad here for G2. Less than a minute left to play the rest of this. Diffuser is also downstairs. That's really not good.
I assume it was dropped by Hicks on the Habana.
Yeah, very
He was
likely.
carrying on a rappel.
Attackers have recovered their
Corey has
diffuser.
opened up that jacuzzi wall so they can enter in whenever needed.
Ace has got the diffuser now. That's good. He's going to probably have to come up main stairs, though. Uno is waiting for that. Will he hear him? Sound can be a little tricky sometimes.
No.
That's going to give someone a tip off. I think it's going to be a late flank here.
Yeah, he knows what's up. He's going to come on in. Ace has already penetrated the defense. No, it's
no,
too late.
No warning.
It's too late. Gotta go for that plant. They're checking everywhere. Where is he? The only place he can be is. Oh no, he's gonna go for default, is he? No, he's gonna go
Could
for
be right, could be
neutral.
right.
It's gonna hit. There's Aces down. There's still Rise and Corey. Last two alive. Rise will go for the plant. He's actually faking it to run on back.
5 seconds
They're
remaining.
trying to watch for him as he turns the angle. He can stop it right now. Oh no! And it's all done. Oh no, got it! That's the right moment.
Run out of time.
That's all it took. The player playing hot tub wall, not being
was-
able to cut off his rotation.
So far back. Oh no.
I mean,
Feels rogue, man.
I'm so glad for Uno, though, he was able to make up for missing the player rotating up the stairs. He didn't know the player's rotating upstairs, and it cost players their lives and almost cost the round. I'm not saying it's his fault, but I'm saying not being able to identify that could have been a big difference. But the fact that he was able to clutch it out, being able to pre-fire enough to get past the hot tub wall, that was really important. It really made that work because then the player, of course, trying to make the plant, had to come off because I imagine the player on the hot tub wall had to call out, he got past me, watch out. I like trying to use the shield on the bed as well to help, but it wasn't enough.
Attackers need to locate
We will, of
and
course, go
defuse
back
as
to
many
church now
bombs
that they
as
can. And so far, we're seeing a little bit of a repeat of the last match in the sense of defense. Just running away with it here. That wasn't G2's best defense, but you know what? It was their third bomb site. You don't expect it to be their best defense. So far, they've been looking pretty good. Rogue are going to have to be a lot more careful on their approaches because G2 just surprising them in positions like when Fabian got the kill on the Buck. He's actually going to be in the Maestro this time instead of the Mozzie. Now, that will provide a little bit of extra intel. Won't be capturing any players' drones this time, though. That was fun to see that first round. We're going to have Rips trying the
5
Capitao once
seconds to
more.
go.
You know, 3 rounds here. I just don't want Cryan to be running around solo.
Defuse it.
Yeah.
I know he was lost last time. Usually on the roam, you have someone else to support you. I don't know if that was really the play, but G2 were still able to recover regardless because mostly Uno's positioning, I want to say. This is like Uno finally playing really well on defense. He's been very critical of himself with the past couple of play days.
Which makes our job easier, so we don't have to say anything.
I mean, well, I know for everybody watching, it might be a bit difficult to understand, but sometimes pro players, they know when they make mistakes, and they know how to fix them. But when we explain things here, we want to make things clear for you.
Obviously, we're reacting to things as we see them more than necessarily
Boomers
criticizing a player
react.
that won't know. Yeah. This is our
Boomers
YouTube
React was literally you and tarot casting. That was
we had that last night for Latham.
Yeah, that was basically
Boomers react to a very
Boomers
quick start to the night.
and a quick, well, not so quick end of it.
Yeah,
I
they
guess.
really strung us along at the end there. Which, you know, Rogue could do here if they could pick up a few rounds.
Nitro Cell is gonna miss.
Oh.
So unfortunate there. So at least gonna confirm that Rogue have opened up one hatch.
Corey
and
done using his exothermic charges.
He already used the second one here. Oh no, Race is taking a lot of damage. Okay, so this is not great, but still fair enough. They're
Now
still
he's
crying that can
struggling to play
impact Trick.
furniture. Yeah, true. It could be denied. You have two
Oh.
X-Kyros left, but they're going to go
Okay.
for the church wall instead.
They're gonna go church. They're gonna try even if you're able to get one, it doesn't matter unless you can get
Get it?
two. Oh, my God!
No, Kanto.
Just Alt F4. Just get out.
Hicks'
Get out.
rating is only going to go down from here.
Good night.
That is terrible. All the exothermic's gone. They did at least open dirt.
Yeah, but that was the thermite.
Now
One
the
hatch is
Kyro's gone.
you can only come in from dirt and from moto. That's your flexibility right now.
There's two people in dirt as well.
Unless you can enter into armory by bucking or destroying whatever parts of that soft wall that's in the hallway.
I don't see a Flash here being able to save this.
This is going to be really rough. There's one grenade that could be used, but there's a loss. Uno fires into one, but he actually puts himself in a better position now to respond. Corey, though, will take down Pengu, and another one from Aces. Two, actually, for Aces. Somehow this is happening, but Uno is lying on the floor in the oil pit. The Capitão is being tagged and is going to be walking right into the line of fire. He's peeking around the corner and pre-fires into Uno. All now up to Cantor Ricchetti. No Nitro Cell with 3 left. Somehow, Rogue, against all odds, are bringing it. But Gumines are doing a lot of work. Cantor Ricchetti is going to turn the corner, but Aces is right behind him. Moto. Rogue somehow fire back. Man, they really live up to the name. The Sneaky Rogues.
What a great sweep there towards the end. They were looking so bad up until that point. Just trading back more than enough players to make it a problem there. And of course, you had Uno not in a great position. He wasn't able to do a ton from Oil Pit. But Kanto, his position given away, was kind of boxed in there.
Shout out to Rogue 9, by the way. We're asking if there's a difference between the L85's ADS and the Era 33. And though as assault rifles, they have the same ADS time.
Okay.
300 milliseconds, soon to possibly be 400.
That's right. They were aligning those up as well, making sure they were all aligned between the different weapons in that in the TTS patch at least.
But adding the angle grip would definitely have, a change because the AR-33 has access to it.
Well, much appreciated, Rogue 9.
Defenders, protect your
I, of course,
bombs
didn't
from
have any
being
numbers to back that up. I was just going off.
Yeah, we're asking, we're checking, and this is why we asked Rogue 9 because we know he watches Pro League.
I love all the fact checkers out there. People like Cor Ross doing the Mythbusters. People like Rogue 9 doing tests. You people out there being like lab scientists on this game is so awesome because it's a lot of work, and it's sometimes underappreciated how much testing time and like getting another player involved. It could be like it's a lot of work. And doing that just only helps everyone else's job be better. So, much appreciated.
It definitely helps us in our day-to-day job with all the content creators that do recaps, that do more detailed digs into the game, into some of the
shout out to Never Swims Alone as well for his Pro League analysis videos lately.
Yeah,
those have been quite good.
There's been Jacob as well, Caliber, that's been doing a lot of videos recently. I mean, this is good. We want content, just like we say, go post on the subreddit, go post on Twitter.
And of course, shouting out specific names hopefully will help those of you new as well watching to find some other content to watch.
Every playdate, there's so many people, especially with EU, people coming in and asking, like, where can I learn about these things? How can I know these things? There's so many content creators that are there to help you out. And I hope we shout out more in the future. There's Corey trying to prepare for his thermite charge. There's EMPs that they can use, but man.
He's just trying to tease things out first, feel it out, see where it stands as far as Bandit. He knows Uno's tricking it. 4 batteries in pocket.
There's Capitão, so of course, as you mentioned before, the Capitão is great for this sort of play.
Pengu trying to deny and see if he can get the feet even of the retreating Corey. Just keep tapping, make him dance.
Dance for me, puppet.
Certainly trying to, but Corey has yet to hit a bullet. Shield there as well to help Pengu once the wall gets opened.
And there's the grenade. We saw this being played by Renshira. Uno is not in that position, however, and Rise does not know if he did damage or not. Second grenade will get cooked, and actually it's nowhere around. So Shockwire is still going to be placed, and you're out of grenades. The only way to do anything with it is with that Capitão. There's Artila as well. That Electro Claw from Fabian can be used at any point in time, and there's the Shockwire.
And well timed.
This is just tricking 101.
Yeah.
Great play there, and Fabian all the way from downtown.
That's diffuser trapped down, now downstairs.
Why was Hicks going for this? Who knows? Cryan as well is in support of Fabian. He's playing inside of the bar, and we'll be rotating up as Fabian. He's pressured, but even if he dies, he could still do more work. Close to getting the second there as he gets tagged down to around 70, so 8.
Rise is just trying to get away with that diffuser at this point.
And he did pick it up, so that's something.
He is at low health, though, so if he goes for the plant, he could be easily downed.
There's no smoke on G2's side, but there's potentially more nitro cells to be used. And we saw Cryan here by the bar, but it seems like he has rotated out and be playing by bedroom in the meantime. Rogue have not opened up a wall. They have lost their Hibana. And they're left with a Thermite. No, Thermite's dead. Cantor Rocchetti finds Corey as he's just peeking around the corner into Garage. Rogue are falling apart at the seams. One more for Fabian. He's collecting him. Cantor Rocchetti checking Garage. Aces will be able to find one, but he'll have to ace. Live up to that name. Diffuser's on the floor. There's little time left. G2 still have Nitros in hand, and they have every angle being trailed at aces right now. They're just teasing him. Walk in, collect the cash. Fabian's on the floor. He's going to keep on firing. And actually, Uno will be able to collect the last kill at the last moment. G2 securing another round.
Huge credit to Fabian's plays. The first one, even if that had been it, just getting the kill downstairs, trapping the diffuser down there, doing a bit of damage onto the buck, trying to recover it, that really did so much. And then following it up with another kill really softened that attack, forced them down to a bit more desperate time. But also, huge credit to the Bandit, which I believe was Uno, tricking the wall successfully, at least for one exothermic charge. Great job. You got to wonder, where is that support from the Capital? Like I said, you can fire a single bullet hole through the wooden barricade of the window of server and fire the crossbow bolt through that without overexposing yourself. You could be prone halfway across the map and hit that shot. It's not hard. But because it's not happening,
Attackers need to
G2 able to trick it. They're going to go back down to church now. The one bomb site that they've lost after winning it the first time, they should be able to pull it off again, but they got to watch out for those really late, fast pushes from Rogue that seemed to punish them last time. Kanto going to be the one to actually pick up the Mozzie this time. Is he going to be on that roam that we saw from Crying before, which was on that Legion? Now Corey's going to spot that there is at least one player up here. The reinforcements here, of course, suggest that someone will be playing likely in cache. You usually want to play cache rather than in the server itself. You can kind of cover a couple entrances, and he would likely set up a rotate for himself at the top cache stairs with that shorty, but he's going to set up one to start with into Garage, which will give him a different rotate down. He also may catch another drone, I think, there. He's got some pests to be able to help support this. You see him put one on the doorway from construction connector into the bedroom. That's actually going to help support Crying as well, potentially. If Crying needs to rotate in there, they have the hatch open to drop down. How long will 3 players on roam up here last? Uno also doing work with the mute jammer. So the goo mines, letting you know when they're coming. And the mute jammers and the Mozzies doing a good job delaying. Like, I like this setup. The idea is a question of how long can they live through this?
Exactly, and right now, Ace is going to be able to drone them out. Okay, there's one of them inside of Garage. We know what's up. Ace is trying to tap away here to find the Mozzie in the back as Cantor Rocchetti is fighting an endless fight here against the Thatcher. And it's very difficult to eliminate anybody from this angle as the defenders, if you don't play that catwalk position, you really won't understand how massive of an angle advantage you have as a defender walking there. Like, your line of sight, your FOV is massive in that location against anybody trying to enter from that doorway.
It becomes really difficult.
It definitely is not the wise play.
Ace is actually taking quite a bit of damage here, and as has Rips, so G2 already technically winning this round because Kanto's amount of damage is not too bad considering they're holding the top floor still on a church defense. I mean, Rogue might just go for a heavy push here knowing that there's less people downstairs.
Exactly. This might just be the play as Corey's already opened up the hatch and he's dropped down. If he can find the kill here on Fabian, this will be the entry, and yes, he does. Only a bullet. The only thing that he'll be eating right now. Grenade to push Pengu back as the shield has been lost. He's got smoke grenades to use, and once canister will be out. Spraying down to the hallways, Aces will find Crying. But Ace is going to be a refrag here. Cantor Rocchetti had already rotated back onto the site as Rips will find one more. Pengu, great shot onto Rips, but Hicks with the refrag. He's all alone versus 3, and Hicks takes him out. Bearing 9 will be all that's needed. Even on the site, ready for a plant if need be, but yeah, he's just going to go for the kill. And there's Rogue recovering. We're at the half.
It definitely made a difference, I think, that Corey won his gunfight. So he had 3 players upstairs. The problem is, in that situation where it's 2 downstairs and you know where both of them are, Corey wins his gunfight, now Pengu's trapped, right? And you know exactly where he's at because he's fighting it. At that point, the 3 players upstairs know they need to rotate back. So as Crying's rotating back, gets killed, Kanto at least refrags, but then gets killed as well. They could not successfully rotate back against that many attackers because Corey was mostly pushing downstairs by himself successfully. So his successful kill onto Fabian really shifted that in the attack favor. Had he lost his fight against Fabian, then the defenders would be in a great position because they'd still have 2 downstairs against maybe 1 pushing from dirt. There wasn't a coordinated push just yet downstairs. They were still concerned about the roamers upstairs because of a retake, and that could have gone very, very differently. However, we will switch sides now with G2 hugely favored at 4-2, but as we've said before, that's not unusual for Clubhouse, as it is a bit defender-sided, just because the way it's structured, you can hold up a lot of good defenses here. We'll see the first Ashe come out here from Kanto, and Uno's going to be on that buck. We will also see the very first Vigil come out from Rip. So you got to imagine he's going to be roaming with the Mute Mozzie combo to support him in the Castle barricades as well. Castle being oftentimes employed in these defenses for the middle floor roams.
Yeah, especially around the bar. You can put 1 barricade on lobby to bar, and then the second one from bar into staircase.
And the one on the billiards as well.
Yeah, that's true. So there's all of your 3 castle barricades basically used.
And the thing is, you just want to control the map flow so that at the very least, if they're going to come to you, they're going to let you know first.
It's about the hatch. You can drop construction hatch and then drop into moto hatch, right? You can swing on back to the site. It means that the attackers have to waste less time on opening up hatches, but they're going to have to put all that time that they kind of save on clearing your top down.
The important thing as well that Rogue are taking advantage of now is that Zofia ban. Taking advantage of the castle when there's a Zofia ban means they have to depend on the Ashe or potentially some grenades, or even, I guess, if you have to, the Hibana, but there's hatches you need to deal with. So you're unlikely to commit too many of those to castle barricades. So Kanto's going to have to do a good job opening those as necessary. The important one being, if you're talking about dropping onto stage, you want to take out the one that's on the lobby doorway first, so you can make sure they can't drop safely on the stage, because you could play in that lobby doorway and deny that. Uno's just trying to find some kind of angle, opening up the windows first so he can decide which one to peek. Kanto, in the meantime, trying to get a flank for him from the cache side. Uno holding a tight pixel as well, hoping he can catch someone on a rotate or a peek. Crying as well, wanting to see what's going on just below them to know whether or not there could be any rotates up as well onto these cache stairs for Kanto, who has 2 flashes to potentially help with a push if someone is spotted, which no one has been just yet. You gotta wonder at this point how many players are still left playing the middle floors. We can't see any of their blue silhouettes at the moment, so many of them may have rotated down under this pressure, but they have burned over half the round, and top control is still being taken. So Rogue have done a good job. The Vigil, I imagine, helping with that. But the Mute Mozzie combo and Vigil, very difficult to deal with. But you see all of them downstairs now just hanging out, having a good time.
It's definitely a trio that you can use on a map like Cafe, for example. They would all do pretty well.
Reaper had a very good video on that as well, explaining why SSG were using that so effectively.
Yeah, and specifically on their Clubhouse, like Flawless Clubhouse roam. Definitely something to learn from. So there's another content creator I'd like to look into. Yeah, Pengu has entered in from dirt. He's used all of his Kairos for that play specifically. Not sure if the kitchen hatch was opened at some point.
I would hope so. They have the utility for it. Kanto gonna try and crouch walk into blue.
No, it isn't. Okay, so they're gonna walk in between blue, dirt, and just dropping down into Moto. Rise will find the first one on a Cryin, and Pengu is not spotted just yet. No, he is. There you go. He's gonna take a lot of damage. Kanto Keddy with the gunfight takes down Aces and pre-firing into the Legion. It's gonna be dropped on the floor. Kanto, take that goo mine off of your foot. In a 2v2 right now. Kanto Keddy will find Corey. Have to go for the plant. Fabian is going in for the rotate. No, the diffuser is so far back. Going in for the gunfight. The Mozzie will win it. Fabian is going to have to lock this one down. Rise will turn around, and maybe he can find the kill. Yeah, there we go. It's all over. Fabian will be taken out, and Rise to finish off the round. I know why Kanto pushed there. He's like, we don't know where the diffuser is. Fabian is going to try to run back to grab it, but he was so low on HP, and the Mozzie knew what was happening. Playing for time. That was a great play for Rice.
Yeah.
By Rice.
I mean, good overall defense, just playing the time first, having all of your players delay upstairs as long as possible, forcing them to be more desperate situation. I mean, part of the reason they lost that is because of the diffuser being down and so little time left to plant because they burnt so much upstairs. I liked the pressure that they had, though, from the blue and dirt pinch. You saw Pengu struggling to get the player, the Legion, behind the boxes, and then you had Kanto come from blue, completely pressure him out. Yeah, he didn't get the gunfight on him, but that put him in a better position to be taken down, and that gave Pengu the opportunity. I'm not sure if it was Pengu who got the down, but either way, they flanked him from multiple sides, so he couldn't just use those boxes to his advantage.
Protect your bombs
Plays
from
like that
being
definitely
defused by
work good.
attackers.
Just at the end of the day, lost too many people on that push, and then someone's got to plant. The fact that they lost the defuse carrier too far away from the bomb site, had Fabian been able to start planting earlier, I think that would have been pretty doable. We'll see how they go for cash, though. So far, G2 still have a 1-round lead, but the longest match we've had so far today is a 7-3. So will this break that? We have a 7-1, a 7-2, and a 7-3. So maybe this will be 7-4. Just to round things out, you know? Wouldn't surprise me in the
10
least.
seconds left before
No, not at all. Man, this definitely is a change of pace compared to.
Yeah, this is definitely more balanced Clubhouse than earlier.
attackers must locate and
Alrighty then.
defuse a bomb.
I don't know why, but my knee is. This is what it's like to be a boomer, right? There's a peek around the corner. Is there anybody inside of blue? Yes, there is. I assume it's Rise here on the Jaeger. His aces should be upstairs. Playing the bandit to trick the wall. Playing so close up in blue as well. Basically an Adam spot.
Good old Adam spot.
Uno's going to walk on in, and yeah, barricades aplenty. Again, really don't underestimate barricades.
Oh, the shotgun almost working against it, but actually gives him away. Corey punished. That's a smoked out early, too. That is a great initial kill for Uno. He is going to be a little more pressured now that they know his position, though.
If they bring the Habana to pressure from construction, then they can bait aces into a grenade here from below.
Yeah, they just got to have the intel to be able to do that. It's going to depend on drones. There is no Mozzie this time to deny them or mute, so they should be able to drone a little more effectively. Rip's hoping to catch Uno downstairs, though.
He's not going to fall into that one to walk into lounge.
No.
Going to fall back. He already got the important pick for the round. And
Corey's not been having a great match, honestly. It's unfortunate to see.
It really is. I mean, last play day, he definitely had an on day for sure on border.
3 isn't bad, but it's not great.
Here's definitely he's been controlled, and that's really the biggest deal for attackers.
I feel like the role changes haven't really worked that great for Corey, to be honest.
Oh, there you
Nicely
go.
done.
Aces, 50 HP, somehow peeked around the corner, and Cryan missed every single bullet there. Unfortunate to not be able to take down the bandit, as it does leave aces with a nitro cell for later on the round. Benga curious as maybe there will be someone flanking him later in the round.
They really need to pick up that diffuser to not be leaving that hanging around.
Oh, they know that there's someone going for Jim.
Looks like Hicks probably in bedroom. There he is.
It is. So he's going to be spotted, setting himself up for later in the round. Again, this sandwich location is so difficult to deal with. Uno's going to walk into Rush.
That's a fun one.
It's an evil eye. You can nade right over.
Yeah,
Did you burn the ADSs though?
Did he? Oh, he bounces it well. He's got to time this one perfectly, bounce it off the wall possibly. And ADS.
All right, but there's the kill. Aces. Grabbing Pengu and Fabian onto Rise. Kenta Ricchetti getting Goo Mine stuck in his foot.
This is what I was talking about, how risky it is to take that out of your foot on the catwalk. At least they've gotten 2 people down before doing it.
Exactly. There's still more Goo Mines that have been thrown around everywhere, and Diffuser should get picked up in just a moment.
Oh no, again, Kanto going to be identified as playing behind the server. Wins his fight.
Take down the Maestro and turn around the corner, but the Nitro from Aces lands on 2. Uno running the corner though. Maybe he can find the kill here. Yes, he can. There's one more. The Diffuser's too far back. No, it's with him. Uno can go for the plant. Hicks, no, run back. It's not over yet. Uno's going to be able to plant this one, and he can look around the corner. He has the skeleton key as well to use. The Legion. Does he have anything left? That's one Goo Mine, and he wins it. Hicks the headshot. Well played. There's Rogue to recover and tie it up 4-4, the Battle of the Giants.
Wow. Hicks really should not have been able to win that one. All the advantage was in G2's favor. Knowing where the Legion was coming from, him even telegraphing it and throwing it. I think we got a nice shot out there. I missed it, but I see the thing, so I'm assuming it was a nice shot. That was a nice shot, though, from Hicks.
It was.
Well done. I mean, maybe the skeleton key would have been better, maybe not. Hard to say. But either way, Uno might have been better off playing that at a bit of further angle over in server, where he had a little bit more cover. We will see how they do on Jim, though. This is where we saw a little bit of struggle for G2, but they still managed to win Jim, thanks to a good clutch from Uno. Can Rogue do the same? They're going to bring Castle. We were talking about before not seeing the Castle from G2, and it just barely working out, when also working out a little bit earlier from BDS. Hick's going to sneak over to the Maestro to have the extra camera put up. Of a different type, I suppose. He gets one less camera than Valkyrie, but his are armored and can shoot laser beams over infinite distance.
They shoot laser beams, freaking laser beams on their head.
It is nice to have that infrared range, though. You can pretty much shoot satellites out of space with that.
Honestly. Maybe you could shoot the lion drone.
Yeah.
Ooh, we just balanced lion.
There you go.
Move him from the game.
I was joking the other day. I think it's funny that if you said, I think it's on the black flag on the top main stairs, and you open up the window to construction. I'm pretty sure you can get like an angle all the way towards spawn. And there's also one, I think, in gym or bedroom too. You can get towards that spawn. Not that I suggest you do that. Like losing a Maestro cam to like a reverse spawn thing would just be funny, but the infinite range thing is something that is probably not used enough in this game.
They just keep zapping people as they're coming out of spawn.
Yeah, just to mess with them.
It's like people that throw alibi prismas outside of the building in the beginning.
Well, it also will give you visibility if someone's coming from that spawn.
Fair enough. Is it worth it?
No, it's not really worth it.
It's a strategy, man. Like, we're going to see it next game.
I just think if you want to be trolly. Aces and Uno, though, the ones looking at the top of the scores there, big time. I mean, the highest you see below them is a 7. They're both into the double digits.
Pascal has not been having the best of days here today. Honestly, the best of seasons. Cryan in CL was definitely demolishing people. But remember that in CL, he actually had to carry KS. So it's understandable.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight on your back.
It definitely is. So in that case, you can get it. But here, yeah, not really the case. There's Kantaraketi pushing up. Scott should have support here.
A lot of drones, at least.
We're able to push the Maestro back, and there's the Jaeger. It's been spotted. So Corey, they know where he's at. There's also the smoke of Rips sitting inside of logistics. Kantaraketi, a bit of a perilous cross there. They'll stay alive for just a bit more. No damage, at least. Uno's taking a couple of zaps here from a Maestro Evil Eye. You were talking about that.
Uno. Someone
Well,
around
it's
that
Skeleton
corner.
Key.
There we go. Rips could have pulled the shotgun, too. They both are not wielding a shotgun when they probably should be if they knew. Drone might have given it away, though. Pango actually has a sneaky drone here. He's going to spot him with. Nicely done, placing that under the desk.
Sitting inside of the secret vault. Is there a rotation hole? It's usual that there is a hole in there, and Uno is planning on a grenade here around the corner. He's going to burn the ADS.
Oh,
one in secret vault, but Rips baited. He just ran through the rotation. Oh my, we're just talking about it here.
Nicely done.
Bandit battery is going to be placed again on the jacuzzi wall. G2 are facing a bit of an uphill battle. Castle barricades have been used up, and that Zofia ban is backfiring, to say the least. There's so many things that you could do with Zofia on every map, specifically on here. Stunning the bandit when it comes to tricking, killing him, or at least doing a bit of damage. You're not really going to kill a bandit when he's tricking. You're going to be stunning him and pushing him away, and maybe killing him when you open up the wall. Definitely not BC, though. Kantaraketi with 1, but Corey and Rise will find a kill each, and Penguin's left with pretty much no ammo now. He's forced to fall back, and reload. But there's the kill. Corey, beautifully done there as he spotted Cryan. It might be too late. Yes, it is. The UMP of Rise will finish off Pengu as Rogue are 5-4. They take the lead.
Yeah, what a comeback. Now, they've done a perfect cycle. So both teams having done that. So what we had the first half was G2 winning all 3 of their bomb sites in the same order, but then faltering on Church the next 2 times they played it, which was Church, then Cash, which they won, then Church, which they lost again. If we see a mirror match here, we could see G2 managed to come back this round on a Church attack, and that whole sort of thing repeating. Unlikely, we don't see a ton of mirrors like that, but it does happen, especially with equally skilled teams. But so far, this is already a closer match than the first 3. By definition, as it has reached a 7-4 minimum, as opposed to the 7-3s and less we saw earlier. So this is our match of the day now, in terms of closeness.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
We'll see how Church defense goes, though. We know it went well the first time, mostly because they burnt a ton of time upstairs, and you know Rogue are unlikely to do that a second time. It was surprising to see G2 save that for later.
Yeah.
Generally, that's an earlier sort of strategy you do, a first round sort of thing. But they saved it for later. Rogue did the opposite. They used it early, and now we're going to go back to a more conventional site hold. And that's the thing is will a lack of roam upstairs means G2 are able to win it because they don't have to waste so much time. Or not. We see a little bit of a cams being placed upstairs by Rips, though, so there could be a player upstairs still. It could be a player or two on a roam. There's just a little bit less setup for a roam in terms of the utility that we're talking about, the castles, the mutes, the mozzies, the vigils, all that sort of thing. But it definitely looks like we could have a player or two up here. At least they're still setting up utility, but it looks like Rise might have gone upstairs, cache there, so they're going to have to drone that effectively. Kanto waiting for calls first before coming in, making sure it's safe. He's been doing okay up there at 8. Yeah. You expect him to be fragging out, right? You know, we don't say the kills don't necessarily matter a ton for every player, but the players you expect to be fragging, they do matter more for.
You still need to get some kills. It's still a game that revolves around that basic.
Yeah, I don't think we're at the point where you could say like, oh, he's playing Thermite and he has 0. That's fine. We're not at that point anymore. This game's it's too competitive for that to be okay anymore.
There was a time, even in every single competitive, specifically first-person shooter, where you would say, yeah, but he's the in-game leader, so it's okay if he's not really doing well. But there was a time where level of skill gets so close, where every single kill really does matter, that just being someone that leads well or supports well, whatever, is just not enough. You need to put in a bit extra work. Sometimes because you're not being afforded the chances to get those kills, because somebody else is doing it or you're droning for them. Sometimes it's just more mistakes. But there's Crying. EMP is going to come out and it's going to be able to breach into that Moto hatch. So again, double EMP to make sure that there's no Electro Claw that gets thrown. Something that some sneaky clouds like to do.
Crane didn't know there was a player around that corner who has since rotated. Nope. No, he's not around the corner. Sorry, he's inside church on the other box corner. Uno looking for opportunities while they start to push for Moto now to open up the church wall. Crane possibly going to get the church wall. Couldn't tell if it blew there just right this second. And it looks like it is not blown. So that is a little bit of a fail from Crane, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a great Valkyrie camera, though. It can help you direct those impact grenades. There's the primer, and there's the nitro. There's nobody on the other side, though, so Hicks, unfortunately, that's going to be lost.
Worth an effort, though. Oh, Penguin Fabian, though, finding 2. 49 seconds left. That's a lot of time to work with, especially as they get third.
Fabian, great play there, but Corey is playing Maestro, and he's running the Aldo, which means you're going to keep on firing forever. 40 seconds left. This Uno will find one more, and here's the last one. Fabian doing a ton of work. Late flank from, I believe he came down from Oil Pit.
Well, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who will win it all? Who knows? Could be a tie. Because it's looking like that mirror match.
Rogue tying in Pro League? Man.
At least we don't have like the whole Rogue draw station thing isn't so much of a thing anymore.
Man, I'm sure
they did tie this last time.
Rogue social media managers are listening right now and they're like, don't say it. Don't say it. And let's be honest. Rogue draw is a real thing.
Well, like I said, that's what they got on this map the last time. Although, to be fair, G2's loss was actually close to a draw as well. 7-5 is very close to a draw. So, both these teams about evenly skilled on this map. However, Rogue have been playing pretty well, and G2 with the time advantage that time were able to play a lot better. So one thing we're seeing different, so the mirror is now broken. 7 years bad luck for Rogue now, of course. Because when G2 played it, they went church, lost it, and then went cash before going church again. Whereas we're going to see Rogue repeat church. Will it work a little bit better? They're like, okay, we see the holes from last time. We did a good job denying some of the church wall from being opened. Not completely, but some of it. We've got to get that C4 kill next time. Things like that. Small changes they can make. But Kanto's going to be bringing the Capital. That can make sure you don't have to deal with bandit tricking.
Yeah.
Just drop a little fire there. Good night.
And bam, you're done.
And the nice thing, though, is you also get the smoke utility on top of that. So you get the fire to clear things out, and then you get the smoke for a plant or just to deny rotates. Can be very effective. So we will have G2 just trying to check the boxes again, clear the top 2 floors as fast as possible, buying themselves that extra time. You saw them with a good 2 kills within the first 2 minutes almost. So they looked pretty good the last round on that, but that was also up to Rogue giving up those kills. You don't have to be in positions where you get killed. You can play a little more turtle style.
We were talking to Pengo about this, like, you know, what is it about getting so close to victory and getting it in your head that you're close to losing, that, hey guys, let's just not throw again. That's something that kind of came up in my head when during the interview with Laurie Lilloun, the coach from Vitality, and I get that. It really is pressure that mounts on you, and G2 are definitely feeling the pressure right now. There's obviously a lot of that on top of them being the current world champions, having gotten the invite spot, so the lowest seed for Invitational. So in the end, every playdate here is a big challenge for G2.
Psychologically, especially.
Yeah, and it's not like Rogue doesn't have any of it themselves.
Look at that, almost mirror on the scoreboard as well between the two teams.
Yeah, basically. Just, yeah, people taking kills away from crying, I guess.
Yeah, that's really going to break the symmetry there. That's where Pengu and Uno have been able to kind of...
Pengu, Fabian, and Uno definitely have been playing here today, and Kanto, specifically on the defensive side, Kanto's been opening things up really well. The Ashe didn't work out too well for him, which is why we see the switch off to the Capitao.
Oh, Pengu just barely coming off just in time. But the important thing is he's still holding this position. Now, at the last minute, this is where things have to start happening, and Rogue smartly not giving anything up this time, despite the early aggression from Aces on the main stairs.
There's one Kairos, will be the same.
Firebolt time.
This is what you do. There is a kite on the other side, and Corey will take a lot of damage. We'll be able to zap. Those Kairos. Even the second charge did not go off. Yeah.
After all that, Kaed really coming in clutch. Hicks, nice job.
You can try and nade over the wall. It's basically your best bet.
I like that Evil Eye as well.
There's one from Hicks. We'll be able to find Kanto Raketti. Slow things down, and Pengu is actually down as well, at least from what we can tell. I'm not super sure if he is. No, there we go. He's back up to 20 HP. It has been picked up. Hicks around the bomb chassis. He turns around, possibly at the wrong moment. No, he's back. There's the pre-fire, and there's Cryan down. Pulls out the 44 Magnum, and one more on the Pengu. Controlling this thing is like controlling a cannon. It's still Uno, last alive from above. He'll be collecting one kill, but the diffuser's so far back. He's got little time left, and they know exactly where he's coming from. It's over. G2 lose another round on Rogue. Guarantee 1 point, and guarantee that G2 will not be getting any more.
So one of these two teams is going to repeat their previous score on this map. Either Rogue tie it up if G2 comes back, or G2 lose. Because G2 cannot win now. So it is guaranteed one of those teams will be repeating whatever happened before. Not great. That means they haven't been able to step up their game that much more on this map. But what will it be? Will it be that draw? Either way, this is the final round. So G2 going to be giving it their all to try and get that tie. They want that 1 point. They're trying to creep up to the top of the board. With Empire doing so well, it's going to make it a little bit harder. Rogue have also been playing well and trying to overtake G2. So I don't remember what it was scoreboard in terms of the point difference between the two, but I would imagine if Rogue win this, they might leapfrog over G2. I just don't remember what the difference was, if it was enough for that to happen.
Attackers need to
How much are we looking for?
bombs.
Well, I mean, if they take the 3, they were just below G2, but I don't remember by how much.
Well, let's take a quick look.
Kanto going to try that Ashe again, but Uno going to pick up the cap.
So, right now, Rogue are in 3rd place compared to G2's 4th, right? They have, this is their head-to-head, so if they tie, it'll be 6-6, right? So that's not their separation.
Yeah.
They would be at 10 points each, which obviously would not separate them. They would move to 2nd and 3rd place, however, as Vitality is at 2nd place right now with 9 points. But Rogue has +8 total rounds to G2's +4. Obviously, that stays the same thanks to the 6-6 at the end of the...
That's a good point. It's even more important that they beat G2 here to have that head-to-head in their favor as well.
Exactly.
Because a tie will not help that.
Reminder that it has happened many times where literally a round can make or break it. We saw that in NACL last season, or at the start of this season. You know, qualifying for LAN as well has come down to a tie here and there that really affected you. Maybe you lost really badly to one opponent earlier on in the season, and you trying to recover just isn't possible because of the fact that you lost so badly early on, even if you do so well in the second half. All of that you're going to have to keep in mind. You're a professional team, and you're preparing. At least nobody's going to get relegated this season here.
Yeah.
So that's a positive.
I don't think everyone G2's concerned this time, though.
No. I'm sure a lot of people, when they first saw them, oh, they're saving strats in Season 10, G2 relegated. Not going to happen. There's a drone out from Cryan.
I think he threw it to drone the moon, it looked like. So it's a very high throw. All right, they got to try and take care of this player up on the catwalk. That's the Maestro on his cams right now, watching for entry. Capitao has to hit the crossbolts well to burn him out.
Oh,
G2 coming
Rise.
to the door. Rise almost punishing the player that they know is likely to try and play underneath Maestro, and I think that was a smart move. Just didn't work.
Fortunately, not timed correctly, but 5 minutes ready for the reverse repel.
This is where the firebolt comes out, upside down repel, and the punish.
That's basically...
That's how you do it.
This is how you deal with Catwalk. Unfortunately, for a lot of teams that love to use this sort of strategy, yeah, Fabian's being tacked through the wall. That's the thing. However, a lot of teams that like to use this strategy come into Clubhouse with Capitao banned because it's just such a common ban nowadays. Powerful operator, it really dislodges people from hard points. This is a reason why he gets banned, because you want to kind of play a bit.
Oh, Uno might be setting up for a plant soon here. The fact that he's got his smoke crossbow out and flashes are coming out. Clear ADS for any other utility as well.
It doesn't have any firebolts though, so that's something to keep in mind. Aces gets one.
There's a yokai in play as well here.
It's Cryan, so it's fine. The Thermite is not the most important operator, but Higgs still has that yokai I'm talking about. Kanto can't deal with the Evil Eye either. It's bringing the Ash, but already used his utility elsewhere for a set of smoke.
Does Fabian have EMPs left, though? That could be a big changer.
Oh, Aces will find one and Corey for another. This is looking like a Rogue victory. Aces collects one more, but Kanto Raketti takes down Aces. Corey, though, swings wide into Cash and finds Kanto. There it is. It's done. Rogue victorious. G2 on Wednesdays, Vitality on Mondays.
Yep. G2 going to repeat their previous scoreline now. And Rogue finally overcoming their draw last time against BDS.
We have a saying in Arabic that says Yom Lek wa Yom Alek, which means one day it goes well for you and the other it doesn't. And you kind of have to flip-flop between those days and lucky days. It's... yeah.
Aces had a good day, as you can see as well. I mean, you can't see anymore because it's gone off.
Yeah, he has 14 kills, 3 assists. It's not too shabby. Cryan definitely underperforming in this game. You barely saw him like after opening the wall. You're like, well, I guess I'll die.
He did die often, unfortunately, without being impactful. And that's... I know he wasn't necessarily the first choice for G2, but of course it's on G2 to try and make him fit the mold. And that's not an easy thing to do necessarily. But they have, you know, plenty of coaches and analysts to help with that. And sit down with them. Cryan, we're going to spend this weekend just sitting down together and making sure...
There is a regiment. If you work at G2, you play for G2, there is a regiment to doing everything. Sua, Shas, and now Fresh. They're all going to be kind of...
And then, of course, if you're Fabian, you don't listen to any of that anyways. So you just...
I know Shas is watching right now and is like, yeah, I got that.
Feels bad. He's the bad child they have to deal with. But either way, G2 did not come out with even a single point out of that. So that means I believe Rogue will overtake them.
Yeah.
So, looking pretty good for Rogue.
So now they'll overtake them. It puts them at 12 points. That's a good time for Rogue, as now they're number 2, but we have our interview. Let's have a quick chat with Rogue. Bonsoir, Capel. How are you doing? Look at that. He's so happy right now. Look at that smile on his face. I don't know, man. Maybe I should be happy.
It's actually the first time we beat G2, like ever in my career.
Ever?
So yeah, I'm fucking happy ever. We already took maps out of them, but you always drew a lost. And today we beat them, and I'm super happy and super proud of the guys. We put a lot of hard work in the last few weeks, and it's paying off, and I'm super, super happy.
Congratulations. It definitely took its toll on you, we could tell, specifically on your attacking side. Things are really slow to start off, and it seems like G2 had your number a lot of times through it. How is it trying to set up your players? Because we didn't really see Corey shining in the first part of the map too much, or first half of it. The defense just seemed to be easier to pick off in comparison.
Well, so the Zofia ban kinda bothered us a lot because it changed a lot of our habits to deny the e-bridge. So just because of that ban, it made all of our automatism go like kind of void.
Yeah.
And we had to adapt a lot to what they were doing, and at the same time, they were adapting very well to what we were trying to do. Also had some communication issues a bit, but we managed to pull through in defense, where it's just like us playing together. and it doesn't really matter what they do as long as we react together against it. We Gucci.
You're starting to learn. You're picking things up osmosis from Alfama and now the rest of North America. We Gucci. But honestly, what was really surprising also was seeing that Goyo ban. Was this something directed directly at you? Because it seemed like, G2 banning the Zofia made a lot of sense, but the Goyo in its own way, was it a reaction to make sure that the Goyo wouldn't overwhelm them because they banned the Zofia? What do you think about it yourself?
Well, Goyo is a very strong operator, especially on the Clubhouse. We played quite a bit, as they could probably see on the VOD. We played against BDS.
Yeah.
So I think it's a mix of both. Since if you ban Zofia, you have a lot less sub-breach option to destroy the shields.
Exactly.
So I would say it's a mix of both. It was with one ban, it was better for them and worse for us. So it was a pretty smart ban, to be honest.
Made a lot of sense there, if you ask me. But yeah, this was your game today. Victory, nonetheless. We were just talking to BDS, and they told us that they're going to be boot camping starting tomorrow, preparing for 6th Invitational. You yourselves, as Rogue, are qualified for the event, and there's one more play day. Are you going to be having your own boot camp soon?
Yeah, but we're starting a little bit later. We're leaving on the 28th. For Paris.
Okay.
And you'll be bootcamping there and leaving from there to Montreal directly.
Okay, so it's after the play day that happens next Monday night. Fair enough. So can't wait to see all the content and all the photos and videos. It's going to be fun. I hope so. I mean, even a reminder back in the olden days of Millennium, it was a lot of fun seeing the content coming out from everybody. So I'm very hopeful to see some more Egyptology level shenanigans as you're crossing through airports to get to Montreal. Who knows? That's it. Laurent, if I don't see you next week, because I'm not casting anyways for EU next Monday, anything you'd like to say in the end, congratulations from me, but all yours on the platform. Talk to the fans.
Well, like Rice said on Monday, we're super grateful to the Rogue Nation. They've been supporting us like we've never been supported by any fans ever. It really feels heartwarming, and it's really motivating us to perform even better and to work even harder for them. So thanks a lot for that, and thank you for everyone for watching. And thank you for the interview, Milosh, and see you at the Invitational.
Thanks so much, Laurent. Congratulations again. This puts you at 2nd place currently in EU. However, on Monday, you're playing the last playday of this half of Season 11. It's against Force. That definitely should be a hell of a game, if you ask me. But I'll see you regardless in Montreal. Congratulations on your victory. Good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.